Okay, great. Hi, everybody. So this is the special meeting for Thursday, May 11, 2023, and I'll call it to order at 6:30. We've got all of the commissioners who we expect tonight. We knew that Adam is gallivanting on the water.
On the beach.
Yeah. And Chris let us know this morning that he couldn't make the meeting tonight. So we've got myself and Wes and Karen and Allison and Daryl. And I will elevate Ann to voting status. And I think that I should just turn this over to Wes and Karen, or Wes and Alice, sorry, to tell us what you guys think and make a recommendation from the subcommittee.
Super. Well, we were quite privileged to be introduced to these two candidates. They are superly qualified as candidates. We all felt. Shelby is a law professor who knows zoning inside and out. She's published, and she's a charming person. I think she would be terrific on the board. And Anthony Palumbo, equally so. He's an attorney. He's been in the business. He's alternate with the Lands Commission, which is a great liaison. And I think we're very privileged, and we all three heartily endorse them. Now, Shelby, we didn't really discuss the alternative, the alternate position. She seemed to be interested in the commissioner in full, but Anthony would be delighted to be an alternate. So it made kind of our choice easy. So I've discussed with Adam. Alice is here. I think we're very privileged to have these two candidates.
That's great. That's great. Alice?
Well, I do too. I think they're incredibly qualified, very personable people, and know our town and know what we're about. And I can't think of any reason we shouldn't just be thrilled to have the caliber of knowledge about land use and the law and then to our own town culture. And so I'm very pleased that we found them and that they're willing to work with us in spite of our 5-hour meetings.
That's the truth. But it's going to be shorter than that, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, and it wasn't 5 hours anyway. I promise that this meeting will be short.
Okay. Okay.
I think one of the most amazing coincidences of this is that Anthony was actually a student of Shelby's in law school. Just coincidence, but I think it's kind of cute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like there was a recommendation in there. Does one of you want to make a motion or a recommendation, or we'll make a recommendation and we can discuss it further if necessary?
Well, I think the committee, composed of Adam, Alice, and myself, wholeheartedly recommend these two candidates to the commission.
And therefore, we make a motion that we accept their application for a position as a commissioner for planning and zoning in the town of Kent, and Anthony for a position as alternate. Is that what I need to do or not?
That's perfect.
So if I could just interject, right now, you haven't accepted the alternate's resignation yet, and that'll happen during your regular meeting. Right now, you have the authority to appoint a regular member
Right.
to your own commission, and then later on this evening, if you'd like, you can add to the agenda the alternate matter, and that recommendation would go to the Board of Selectmen, and they would be the ones that would appoint.
Right. I'm sorry. I was out of
No
line.
worries.
That's proper form.
And yeah, that's what I was hoping to hear. So Shelby is the unanimous choice for the member position from the subcommittee.
Yes.
Correct.
Great. I went back and read both of their resumes this afternoon, and I agree that they are both more than qualified. Can we count? Alice, why don't you just go ahead and make that motion, if you don't mind, formulated to appoint Shelby Green, right, to the open member seat on the Planning and Zoning Commission?
I make a motion that we appoint appoint Shelby Green to a position as Commissioner of Planning and Zoning in Kent, Connecticut.
I'll
Great.
second that.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Alice. Karen or Daryl or Annie, do you have any comments or thoughts or points of discussion?
No, I think it sounds great.
I've known Shelby for years, and I think she'll be a great addition.
That's great. That's great. So based on the resume, I concur. Alice, did you have something else?
No, it was just a little technical thing. I'll check with Ty later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. I think Shelby goes by Shelby Green, and that's the way I tell. But she may go by Shelby Green Adler. I just want to be sure that I don't know whether it matters which way she uses her name.
Well, we'll make sure that she has to go to the clerk's office to formally get sworn in, so she'll be sworn in properly.
Yeah, I think that she's registered voter as Adler is the last name. So that's why I'm sorry I interrupted with this technicality.
Yeah, her resume is under the name Shelby D. Green.
Yeah.
Okay, so any more discussion? Anything else that we should mull over before we call the vote? Then I will do that. I'll call the vote. All those in favor, so signify by raising your hand and or saying aye.
Aye.
And that motion carries unanimously. So I won't call for the nays. That concludes the business of the commission for this special meeting. We'll see you in 22 minutes.
So we need to adjourn. Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, thank you, Wes. And do we have a second?
A second.
Great, thanks, Alice. Almost, Daryl.
Yeah.
All those in favor, so signify by raising your hand and or saying aye. And that's it. Okay, thanks, everybody. We'll see you now in